Live, the news you count on. Gulf Coast News at 11 on NBC.
Hey everyone, we're looking live right now at the Gulf Coast live radar for as much needed rain all over the Gulf Coast for the third straight day. Heavy rain and a lot of thunder and lightning you could see there sparking up for us. Again, this is a live look at the conditions right now from our FDOT cameras at Colonial and 6 Mile. A lot of people driving in this wet weather today. You need to be very careful. So take a look at this brand new time lapse for us, and you can see the storm just quickly come in to Lee County. Thanks for counting on Gulf Coast News here at 11. I'm Joshua Cole.
And I'm Mercedes Martinez. We heard it coming down outside of our station. We heard that thunder roaring. Let's get you ready to head out the door today and check in with our Gulf Coast meteorologist, Lauren Hope. Lauren, it's another Gulf Coast weather impact day today.
Yeah, pretty much washout conditions at this point for Lee County, Charlotte County, and I am tracking some of the heaviest rain over inland Charlotte County. This is all moving to the north at about 20 to 25 miles an hour. Tucker's Corner down toward Babcock Ranch seeing some of the heaviest rain along Fort Myers shores as well as back inland near places like Sears and Key Rye. So we're going to see all of this lifting, but I'm also closely monitoring some pretty strong activity all the way far to the south near coastal Collier County. At one point, these storms were actually putting out winds at 40, 50 mile per hour gusts. So I want to go ahead and check in and see. It does appear that this has really started to weaken. Still some pretty high gusts, 20 to 30 mile per hour winds, but just a heads up for those of you in Everglades City, some pretty high wind gusts headed your way as well. All right, let's get you to some of the timing for some of the heaviest rain farther to the north across Lee County and up towards Charlotte County. This is where we're looking at some of those bands, and we've taken on a lot of rain the past couple of days. So this is beneficial rain, but we certainly don't need it all at once. This is moving to the north at over 30 miles per hour. So let's get you the latest track on this. I do expect for those of you in Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, a lot of the heaviest rain to actually scrape just to the east of you. Also with this, a lot of lightning as well. So getting you a storm track for some of the leading edge of this heaviest rain here. We are looking at this tracking to the north at about 30 miles per hour. So let's actually go down farther to the south and see if we can get a better track on this. Actually, it looks like our tracker just disconnected, so we're going to have to time that out in a moment. But all throughout the rest of the afternoon, you need to have a way to receive weather alerts. I'm not necessarily concerned with areas of rotation today or that hail threat. Flooding is going to be a big concern here with these impressive rainfall rates. So I'm going to time out what you can expect the rest of the day with a lot more rain feeding in from the Gulf. I'll time it all out in just a few minutes.
Lauren, thank you. And as this rain continues today here across the Gulf Coast, make sure you have the Gulf Coast News app for everything weather today as our weather impact day continues, meaning our team is making sure that you are ready to go with how this weather will impact your plans. If it does become severe, you'll get an alert right to your phone. Our team of meteorologists are keeping the app updated with the most updated and accurate information possible for you. You can also turn on those push notifications to your phone. The app is free on the Google Play and Apple App Stores.
Breaking news at 11, a father and his son are now both dead after crashing into a pond earlier this week in Cape Coral.
It's just so heartbreaking. The crash happening Monday afternoon on Veterans Parkway at the curve there in the road near Surfside Boulevard. The 12-year-old boy involved in the crash was a student at Gulf Middle. And we learned yesterday he died. Cape Coral Police confirming this morning his father also died from his injuries. Right now, we're working to learn if anyone else could be facing charges in this investigation. We'll keep you updated.
More breaking news. We now know what led up to a crash on Burnstore Road in Lee County, leaving a Cape Coral woman dead. The crash happened last night around 5 along Burnstore Road at Vincent Avenue near the Lee and Charlotte County lines. FHP says a 56-year-old woman died after losing control of her car in the rain on the wet roads. FHP says the woman's car crashed into the front of a semi-truck. The crash is under investigation.
Just into our newsroom, a 42-year-old man is accused of filming a woman while inside a gas station bathroom. This happened at the racetrack along Lee Boulevard at Gunnery Road in Lehigh Acres. So here you can see the suspect actually go into the bathroom, eventually coming out. Lee County deputies say the victim confronted Trevin Rembert before being chased out. LCSO says Hendrick County deputies helped identify him. He later turned himself in last night.
It's just wonderful. I'll happily go that way all the time now, day in and day out. So it's 100% improvement.
After many years of hard work, the Diverging Diamond project at I-75 and Colonial Boulevard in Fort Myers is finally done. You're taking a live look at our FDOT camera showing the intersection at Colonial and 6 Miles Cypress Parkway up and running, and a few raindrops there on that camera too. Now, so many of us who drive through this area are now seeing relief from the constant traffic we saw for 4 years.
I noticed a difference myself.
Yes.
Yeah, Gulf Coast News. Kennedy Mason is along Colonial Boulevard near the Diverging Diamond, showing you what the state is now shifting their focus to.
The Diverging Diamond project here at Colonial Boulevard and I-75 has been years in the making. FDOT started on this project in 2021, and now 4 years later, and the final touches are complete. The goal of the project, help with the flow of traffic on and off I-75, especially as the population in Lee County continues to grow. Whether you like the Diverging Diamond or not, pretty much everyone we spoke to is happy to see the work done.
So at first I hated it because traffic in Fort Myers is like crazy, especially with snowbirds coming down. But I guess it's okay. We'll be positive.
It's been a nightmare. 13 minutes around just to get to the gym, and I'm 6 minutes literally from the gym. So to hear that it's almost over, it'll be done tomorrow is like hallelujah from Jesus. Absolutely.
While this Diverging Diamond project is complete, another one is being built right now in Collier County at Pine Ridge Road. Also, we are now looking at the next one in Lee County. It will be at Daniels Parkway in 75. FDOT tells me they plan to start that project potentially in September. They're still picking a contractor for this, so that start date is tentative.
We're starting in the fall, but you know, real work like people will notice probably winter. It's more like it, but you'll see some clearing and growing in the fall for sure.
FDOT says you can expect to see more of these Diverging Diamond projects here along the Gulf Coast as it continues to grow. Count on Gulf Coast News as we keep you posted on all of these projects. In Lee County, Kennedy Mason, Gulf Coast News.
Kennedy, thank you. While the I-75 and Colonial Boulevard Diverging Diamond is done, there is another one being worked on in Collier County. This Diverging Diamond is along Pine Ridge Road at I-75 in Naples, and it'll stretch from west to east of the interstate. It's also the first in the county. FDOT is looking to cut down on crashes and allow drivers to spend less time sitting at red lights. Work is expected to be done in about 2 years. From your Cape Coral News team today, City Council is expected to approve adding another $280,000 for continued construction at J.C. Park, while also extending the project timeline. Council says they need to add construction administration services for their contractor. The construction company's contract will need to be extended another 350 days to cover the remainder of construction work. The whole project was slated to be done in fall of this year, with new amenities like new playgrounds, trees, a splash pad, food trucks, and concession stands that serve alcohol too. When the project first started, there was a petition started to stop the project and even stop the cutting down of invasive Australian pine trees. The council meets at 5 p.m. tonight.
Cape Coral City Council also voting to approve buying more land for our burrowing owls today. The land located there along Northeast Juanita Place. It's just off of Northeast Fifth Terrace near Santa Barbara Boulevard. The total amount for the land would be a little more than $67,000. Over the last several months, the city has been buying up land across other parts of northern Cape to help keep up with having the largest burrowing owl population in the world. A proposal is in place by Lee County changing its animal shelter policy after a cat is euthanized just 2 hours after being dropped off. So Lee County Domestic Animal Services says they propose holding stray cats without microchips or tags for at least a day. Before, there was no minimum hold time for cats without an ID. That's how Angela Tardif's cat, Kevin, died. Kevin also had an injury to its eye, which played a part as well in their decision to put him down. Tardif says she feels like 1 day still is not enough.
At a minimum, they should be compared to dogs, a 5-day hold. I will acknowledge that is a good step in the direction of that they are admitting faults. They're admitting that there was a flaw in their policy, and they're finally admitting that it did need to be fixed.
So to make these changes permanent, though, Lee County commissioners have to bring the ordinance to the next meeting and hold a public hearing in August.
I'm tracking very high storm coverage across the Gulf Coast. I'm going to take you hour by hour through the rest of the day and show you how much longer you'll be dealing with the storms.
Scammers hitting victims left and right. Straight ahead at 11, what you can do as scams are on the rise nationwide.